Hello everyone. Welcome back to Tidal Gardens. Or should I say, I'm back to Tidal Gardens. If you can believe it, I actually left the house and attended Aquashella down in Orlando, Florida. After a year of not being able to travel at all, it does feel really good to get out and have a little bit of a change of pace. The event was held at the Gaylord Palms Resort and Convention Center, and I gotta say, it was a pretty nice venue. That's a bit of an understatement. It's like a really nice venue. There's like this spectacularly beautiful atrium that houses what appears to be a whole town worth of shops and restaurants, as well as like a replica Spanish fort that is big enough that people were using it for like private parties and possibly like a wedding reception during that weekend. There's also these paths that go through this atrium, and they have like these animal exhibits like koi ponds. There's alligators and turtles and probably some other stuff that I didn't even see. This resort is really big, and there were parts of it that I literally didn't even make eye contact with, like the pool, for example. I wanted to relax. That wasn't happening this weekend. So there's this pool that supposedly is very nice. I never made it there, but they have a full-fledged water park. Now, the funny thing about the pool is that while I didn't make it there, my room number and credit card made it there because when I was checking out, I had all these charges for beer buckets at the pool bar. I kind of got to laugh at it because talking with the front desk, I was like, I wish that was me at the pool, but no, unfortunately, not quite so much. If they decide to hold Aquashella at this venue again, I might actually book a few extra days just to take in more of the resort. It was, like I said, really, really nice. Anyhow, enough about the venue. Let's talk about the event itself. If you've never been to an Aquashella, it's very different from most aquarium trade shows. Aquashella combines freshwater, saltwater, ponds, reptiles, and that's different from other shows that have a more dedicated focus. It also leans in hard into spectacle with large art installations. It definitely has the vibe of an art and music festival as much as a trade show. The signature art installation is the Aqua Crib. It's the first thing that attendees see going into the show. I can't imagine the amount of work that goes into putting something like this together. The size and scale of this installation seems to grow each year, and this is the first time that I've seen it with both the freshwater and saltwater themed art. In the past, it was only saltwater. But I think maybe last show or a couple shows ago was the first time that they started to do the freshwater thing. Walking the show floor, I mainly stuck to the saltwater side, but like I said, there are freshwater exhibits and reptiles. Oh my god, kittens. You guys are damn lucky that I didn't just climb into this cage and spend the whole weekend with these kittens. Kittens aside, there were plenty of coral sellers, and it was really nice to kind of like catch up with them to see how they're doing. It's been a hot minute since I've seen many of them, and I gotta give them a lot of credit. Every single time I see these guys selling coral at these events, I just remember what it was like when we used to do this type of setup, and it is just so much work. It's not an easy gig at all. It's difficult to transport all this equipment and coral, and you know what? I know some people that fly in with everything, and that just blows my mind. Like, I can't imagine having to fly all the corals with your luggage and also your actual trade show displays flying. Oh, no thanks. Another thing that I got to do is meet up with a lot of other YouTubers. There are a lot of other online personalities, which is great fun for me because I like to talk shop about social media business strategies as much as I like to talk about reefs. What I always thought was kind of interesting is that there's like this really sharp divide in the creator community between freshwater creators and saltwater creators. But in person, it's super weird to not talk to anybody, so I made it a point to actually go introduce myself, and I'm really glad I did because they're really cool people. Like, case in point, okay? I don't know if many of you guys are familiar with Flip Aquatics, but he's like a freshwater shrimp breeder who has a YouTube channel roughly the same size as Tidal Gardens. The thing is, he lives like an hour away from me in Ohio, and it's a total joke that like the first time I'm meeting him is at a trade show in Orlando. It's kind of silly. Same thing with Serpa Design. He was the keynote speaker at Aquashella, and he's just 2 hours away in Pittsburgh. And obviously that's my first time interacting with him. Another funny dynamic is that oftentimes us YouTubers are vaguely familiar with each other's channels, and you've seen each other's faces so often, but can't quite remember if you've actually met in person. So yeah, that was kind of like a funny thing. Whenever I'm introducing myself, I always have to follow it up with, have we actually met before? But anyway, if you wanted to meet your favorite YouTube creators, this is an event where there's like a huge concentration of them. On this channel, I don't delve too much into equipment. I did see a couple of things that were interesting, like I saw this canister filter product that I thought could make maintenance easier because you can shut off the flow to it and remove this micron floss filter section to service. And you can also pack the other section with carbon. And I was just thinking for smaller systems, doing a lot of like that scrubbing maintenance stuff while running this canister filter could be kind of interesting. The other thing that I saw was the Neptune Systems Skylight. Now, I know next to nothing about these lights, so if you are curious about the details, I'm sure Devin at Reef Dudes or BRS has you covered. I will share with you one observation from the 20 seconds I spent filming this tank with them above it. I like how it looks on camera. A lot of LEDs really don't do a great job of lighting a tank for photography and videography. The colors are always a little off, and they often have this very baked in harsh appearance. But I'll tell you what, like these Neptune lights, they cast a very flattering light, which I think that for an LED fixture, that's very good. I'm not sure when they come out, but I'm interested in possibly giving them a try on at least one of our tanks. Alright guys, that was like a very quick summary of my experience here at Aquashella. I'm going to try to attend more shows this year, I think. I got a little bit stir crazy in 2020. I definitely didn't have a relaxing time here by any stretch of the imagination, but I had a great time throughout the whole thing, and I left the show inspired to do a lot more stuff at my place. I'm sure many of you are wondering, so I'll just say it right now. Yes, I did in fact visit Top Shelf Aquatics and Worldwide Corals while I was visiting Orlando. And that is going to be a topic for a future video. All right, for now, that does it from here. I will see you all next time. Happy reefing.